Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Y'all, my Quartzsite season is officially over. Wow, I honestly can't believe it. I feel like I was just posting videos about how Quartzsite season was just starting, but we're already approaching March. I can't believe it, y'all. Like, what is even happening to the year already? Now, for those of you who have been following me, my quartzite season typically starts pretty early in the year. I like to get there um, in the early fall, or I guess middle of fall. So in 2022, I started going out to Quartzsite at the end of October. So I missed the heat, and it was like in the mid 70s every day, 50 at night. It was perfect. So I spent a few weeks reintegrating into Quartzsite like I enjoy doing each year. I camped by myself for, a good 3 weeks. Again, just enjoying how quiet it is during that time and having the place not so packed with people. So I like getting there late October, early November. And I'm so glad that I did, because I really enjoyed my time out there, just getting used to desert camping again. Because during the summer, of course, I'm in the pine trees, whether that's in northern Arizona or somewhere else in the country. So I will also be talking about in this video what my plans are for the rest of 2023. But my quartzite season is over, and it actually, I guess it ended like at the end of January. And normally I hang around Q until like beginning of March, but that's just not the plan this year. So if you've been following me since at least the beginning of this year, January 2023, you know that my senior dog Penny passed away, and that kind of put a glitch in my plans, if you will. The week that she passed away, she died on January 16th. I had my YouTube meetup for Adventuring with Amanda at Roadrunner, which was a blast. So many people showed up. It was amazing. It was great healing for me since Penny had passed away that week. But after that, I decided that I needed a change of scenery. So Maddie Van Halen and I have been traveling together since November. That's when we first like met in person after, knowing each other on YouTube for a couple of years. So we've been traveling and camping together ever since. We just, connected, we vibe really well. And so we went down to Yuma. We've checked out a bunch of new places, Yuma, Kofa. We've been at Saddle Mountain. We've been in Buckeye. So just doing some different things to kind of get out of the hustle and bustle of Quartzsite, because by mid-January, the place was absolutely swarming with people. And I've talked about this in other videos, but I've been going to Quartzsite for years, and I have never seen it so busy. It was so crowded that even driving down Main Street seemed like a task, and parking and even just like entering parking lots on Main Street was difficult at times. And I'm in a minivan camper, y'all. Like, I've been I was contemplating getting a Class B van, but even after seeing how crazy Quartzsite got in January, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm in a minivan. I would not be able to navigate this crazy freaking place. I wasn't even able to go to the big tent show because despite circling the parking lot numerous times and Maddie and I splitting up to trying to find, somewhere to park, it was impossible. Like, it was just pure insanity. And Quartzsite infrastructure is not built for a million people in the month of January. It's just not. It's a small town of 3,500 people, right? So I had a great November. I had a fantastic December. The weather in December was amazing. It was 72 and sunny on Christmas. I'll never forget that. I had such an amazing Christmas at La Posa South. But by January, it just got overwhelmingly insane. So in, this month, we haven't been back to Quartzsite, and we won't be back because we've been camping at Saddle Mountain. Like I said, we've been camping in Buckeye, and we're about to go up to Lake Havasu. So it's goodbye to Quartzsite for the season. So will I be back? of course I'll be back. Of course I'll be back. So I will be back in the fall after the summer, probably again late October, early November. I'm going to do the same thing. However, I think that like come January 2024, I will be gone from Quartzsite because it was just too crazy. So I'll spend the end of October, November, and December there. That's the plan. And then either, head up north to Havasu, head down south to Yuma, or just hang out on some of the outlying BLM land, whether that be in like Tonopah or Parker or a town like that, because Quartzsite is just way too busy for me in January, and that's going to be a no. I'm going to pass. So I got to see so many friends, meet up with so many people, and catch up with my original homies from Quartzsite, which was amazing. So now the plan is this. So we are, like I said, we're at the end of February now, approaching the end of February. February only has 28 days, so I guess we only have like a week left in the month. And we are, like I said, headed up to Lake Havasu. And then after that, I'm not really sure. This year, I am still sticking with my plan to stay in Arizona. I am not leaving the state. I want to keep the miles off my van and money in my pocket in terms of fuel. So come the summertime, I will start making my way up to Flagstaff, and then probably end up in Williams at the end of the summer and really take it one day, 1 week, one trip at a time. Maddie and I still plan to travel and camp together this year. I know that he is heading back east in March. He needs to, visit his family and his dad and all that type of stuff. So in March, I'm going to be hanging out in the valley a little bit more because I think my grandma's actually going to come into town and stay with my mom. And then I have a lot of plans to do some spring training stuff because I'm super into baseball. And right now is our season in Arizona. The weather is gorgeous today, 73 and sunny. So I have lots of plans to do outdoor things come March. And March is when I really like to go up to Payson because it's not as cold as Flagstaff and it's not as warm as the valley. Now, we've had an abnormally cold winter here in Arizona. So again, all of my plans are tentative based on, Maddie's schedule, my mom's schedule, what I have going on, if my grandma comes into town, and the weather. I follow the weather. I would also really like to go back down to southern Arizona because I so enjoyed my time at Pump Station BLM, and I'd also like to check out Oracle and a couple of other places. So going down south is an option as well if I decide, I want to go up to Payson 1 week and then go down south to Tucson, and check out that area some more. I'd also like to get Winston down to Tombstone because I haven't done that in years. So the nice thing about having my home base in Arizona, and Arizona just being the incredible state that it is, there are so many options, and the weather really differs, and it can differ by 20 degrees from place to place. I mean, you can drive 90 minutes and it's just a huge climate change. So my plans after Havasu are, I don't really know, but that'll be March. Baseball games, hanging out with my mom and my grandma, and either going down south or heading up north to Payson, or both. So April is tentative. Kind of depends on when Maddie gets back and how the weather is again. If it continues to be cold, because even this coming week, despite that these last couple days have been in the 70s, it's going to drop back down to 59 degrees. So everything is weather based. And the nice thing about being based in the Phoenix area is everything's like 2 hours from me, right? So whether I decide to go up north or down south, everything's 2 to 3 hours away. And that's one wonderful thing about being in the central Phoenix area. So I will do all of that, base all my travel plans on weather and kind of what other people are doing. And then I will be back in Quartzsite come end of October. And if it's anything like last year, the year is going to absolutely fly by. So, goodbye to Quartzsite for now, but hello to lots of other new adventures. I look forward to checking out some new places this year. Very excited to hit the road with Winston, and I hope you guys will be with us for it all. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, and I will see you next time.